Thank you. I recognize we're behind on the agenda, so I'll try and be quick. Um, EPA wanted to share that we have reached a significant milestone at this site, and that is the issuance of what we call special notice letters. So last month, EPA issued special notice letters to the potentially responsible parties. And by issuance of special notice letters, we are formally initiating consent decree negotiations for the actual cleanup phase of this site. So many folks are aware we are in the design phase, we are planning for the cleanup, and the enforcement tools we use for design at this site are administrative. They are administrative settlements and orders that are entered into that EPA then oversees the design work. The cleanup work, we use a different tool, and that is a consent decree. That is a judicial document, and so it is lodged in a court with a judge, and EPA works with Department of Justice, who represents EPA. EPA is the client, and Department of Justice leads those negotiations on the consent decree. And so this action that we did initiates those negotiations for a consent decree. And because this site is so large and complex, we anticipate those negotiations will take up to 2 years. So it's important that we do this now because we want to be ready when these designs are done to quickly move to the next phase. When we have complete designs, we want to be able to implement those designs. And in order to do that, we need an enforcement document that oversees that cleanup phase. And so this consent decree will do that. And having a consent decree in place will allow for the seamless transition from design to remedial action, the actual cleanup. So it is a significant milestone. It is also, we are working closely and will be working closely with potentially responsible parties over the coming years to having these negotiations. Oregon Department of Environmental Quality is also very involved because they are a signatory to our consent decrees at Superfund sites. So they are also closely involved. And so we will be providing updates as we can as the course of these negotiations happen. I will mention that consent decree negotiations are confidential by nature, and we work closely to maintain that confidentiality to get to settlement. But certainly we'll share what we can as they progress. But it is our goal to have an enforcement document in place that we can then move to the actual cleanup phase of this. And the special notice letters that we issued last month is kind of the first step to allow us to do that, and by initiating these formal consent decree negotiations. So that's the main update I wanted to share. Happy to answer any questions about that.